Tara is not feeling well this evening, so Luke Spencer is stepping in to help us out. Luke of Rocked fame and other various and sundry things. Luke, thank you for stopping in tonight. I appreciate it. Very short notice, so thanks a bunch.
Absolutely. Also, fame. Yes, but thank you very much anyway. Hope you're all doing well. Hope Tara feels better. Hope Tara can stay offline long enough to feel better before she feels bad again from going online. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I am at that weird point where I am so stressed that I'm looking for just stuff to fix to occupy myself.
I can control this, can't I? That type of feeling.
This used to be a Vox AC4 amplifier, and things have gotten a little out of hand.
There were a lot more wires in there if it was originally that Vox.
I'm rebuilding it. I'm doing stuff.
I believe you. And you know, I'm not questioning you know what you're doing. I'm just saying you're in the process.
There's just so much going on. It is every day.
It's a busy time, isn't it? It's a busy, eventful time. Isn't that the nicest way I could put it? Just a positive spin on something.
Well, we were going to have Tara here to announce this, but you know, it's that time of year again. Coming up later on this month, we are going to have our annual look at the best of the worst of sexy Halloween costumes. HALLOWORST is coming up. So if you have submissions for costumes of things that are presented as sexy and it's not, it's actually confusing and unsettling, and why would you do that? So, you know, that sort of thing. If you have submissions, by all means, please send those to requests@radiodeadair.com, and we will compile those later this month, and we'll have that. So there's a thing.
Send them to Nash, not to me. Do not send them to me. Send them to Nash. Also, I'm calling it now. Yes. Yeah, I'm calling it now. As dark as 2025 has been topically, I imagine 2025 is going to have some dark stuff for the supposed to be sexy Halloween costumes. It's going to be really pushing it. So I'm calling it now. It's going to be bad.
Speaking of really pushing it, it's time for the news. Each week, Catherine, Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide airwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? I'm Nash, he's Luke, and this is the news. You have, of course, seen The Big Lebowski, correct?
Years ago, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you are familiar with Over the Line, you mark it 0. You fucking mark it 0. This isn't Nom, Smokey. There are rules. And you see that in a movie and you're like, that's funny. That's not something that would happen in the really real world where people are doing things.
I don't like this setup, Nash. I don't like how you're setting this up.
Lexington, Kentucky. Let's stop over there. Lexington man accused of pointing rifle during skate competition because he didn't approve of the group's music.
You brought a gun to a skate competition? Just kidding. It's Kentucky. Of course you brought a gun to a skate competition. Ugh.
A Lexington man faces multiple charges after police say he brought a rifle to a skate competition at a park and pointed it at juveniles because he did not approve of the music the group was playing. Listen, buddy, I'm not a big fan of Mbop either, but you know, you gotta.
Does it say what the song is? Because that will spark the biggest. Oh, come on!
It does not.
Come on, that's the biggest part of the journalism right there. Got to follow through.
Like somewhere Todd's like, yeah, I hated Life with Showgirl too. Yeah, that kind of sucked. That was a terrible album.
Todd didn't have to pull out a gun though at 14-year-olds skating. So, yeah.
Citation filed reveals that 40-year-old Mustafa Muhammad was arrested at his home following the incident. Barrel Hill Park on October 4th. He faces charges of first-degree wanton endangerment, third-degree fleeing or evading police, first-degree criminal mischief, and resisting arrest. According to the citation, police responded to the skate park around 12 p.m. after receiving reports of a man with a rifle inside the park during a skate competition. When officers arrived, they found a large group of juveniles and parents fleeing the area. See, that's how you know you have done the correct social action. If people start running in terror from you, you have acted correctly. Good. That is what.
Also, 12:06 p.m. That means this all happened on a Saturday morning. What did you do on Saturday morning? In my life. I thought you took your kids to the skater. Yes, I did. Ugh.
This is pointed out Muhammad as the person with the firearm. Officials gave him multiple verbal commands, but he refused to comply and ran into his house, where he barricaded himself. We have to stress this multiple times. Your house is not home base.
No, that you can't claim sanctuary in your own home, especially after you throw out a gun at kids. So.
He reportedly admitted to entering the park with a rifle because he, quote, did not approve of the music that was playing. He also admitted to destroying a speaker with a hammer. Damaged speaker was valued at $1,500, the citation noted. Who the fuck cares?
But, okay, say it's awful. Say he was compelled to smash it, though. Why couldn't have that been the end of it? Why did you have to pull the gun out?
Good Lord.
Police spoke with juvenile victims at a skate park. Did you ever go to a roller rink when you were a kid, Nash?
I did. I sucked.
Did anyone ever point a gun at you because the music or because you were a bad skater or it was too loud? No one pointed a gun at me when I was skating as a little kid. So
no, they always and the music is always terrible. It's not a new thing. It's always fucking terrible.
It's probably the same if you go right now to the old roller rinks. It's probably the same old cassette track list.
Speaking of new things, this has never happened before, which happens sometimes. And also, I don't understand why. And the story doesn't help us here. This is from Vienna. It's what the fuck?
I hear it's lovely.
Ryanair flight diverted after passenger eats passport midair.
You're going to need that. You really need that, though.
Ryanair flight was diverted after a passenger reportedly tore up and ate parts of their passport midair. The unusual incident occurred on a flight bound from Milan to London, forcing the crew to make an unscheduled landing in Paris for safety. Flight was carrying holiday makers and business travelers when the disruption unfolded. The passenger not only consumed parts of the travel document, but also attempted to flush the remaining fragments down the aircraft's lavatory. Man, I know the airline food is bad, but buddy, sheesh.
I'm starting to think, usually those European flights are a lot nicer. I don't know how long that flight is. You could not have been that hungry. Milan to London.
Cabin crew followed standard procedure after the passenger's behavior became unmanageable. The unusual act of eating a passport raised concerns about the traveler's state of mind, potential risk to flight safety. Eyewitness reminisced about the incident in the following manner. Staff were notified what to see was going on at the front of the plane. Suddenly the whole mood changed. No one on board knew what was going on. These people were acting weird. Under fucking statement.
Yeah. Flight attendants have a miserable job as it is. I don't know what I would do to that. I don't even have a clue.
The flight attendant is said to have then knocked on the toilet door and attempted to convince the passenger not to flush his passport. And this is the best part. A blunt announcement was made about what was going on, and eventually the flight was diverted to Paris. So the pilot got on the radio. This is your pilot speaking. Flight is gonna be delayed today because the passenger in 10C decided to eat his passport. Now, please do not eat your passports. This is not a good idea. You will not be allowed entry into whatever country you're attempting to go to. Please do not also attempt to flush your passport down the toilet. So sit back and we will get a plunger. Thank you very much.
So I bet the joke was alcohol involved. You know that pilot got drunk after that flight. You know he hard drank after work that day. Hard
the pilot, the flight attendants, the fucking everybody. It was just pretty like off the plane and a straight line over to the bar. That was just it. It was like nobody even cared about their fucking luggage. You're just like, yeah, fuck this shit.
It'll get there. It'll get there. I need this first. I've had so many flight shenanigans in my life, but never had that. I've never had that. I have
never had someone eat your fucking pants.
No. I have flight passengers ever since pandemic when people just lost their minds with like flying. They've started reverting to kindergartners where you have to teach them about what not to do on a plane. It's just like they lost that part of their brain where it's like you have to literally hold their hand, buckle their seatbelts, their feet off the seat back, don't throw stuff. Don't drink other people's stuff. Don't eat things you're not supposed to. It's just got that long kindergarten list every time you get on the plane. And you have to like point it out. And it's going to be in like Comic Sans with the backwards letters to make it all cute. That's what they're going to have to do for every flight now. That's literally it. Don't yell like at pilot, you know, with like the big red crayon.
Like a kid's menu with a jumble and some shit.
Yes, exactly. And they have a chalkboard. You have to write your name on it if you were bad. Ugh.
Moving on along. This is from Barry in Arilla. Not entirely sure where that is, but it's.
I don't either.
I think is this Northern Ontario. Okay, so. The weed has become legal in many places now, and
yes,
we are discovering now that it is legal and open up that some people cannot handle their shit.
Correct. Unfortunate to find out the hard way.
For example, one of the side effects of getting stoned sometimes is potentially you become very paranoid. However, when you become very paranoid on weed, do not, I repeat, do not call the police. Alleged stoned Barrie driver calls Ontario police to report themselves. An officer spoke with the driver who exhibited paranoid behavior that detected the odor of freshly burnt cannabis. Barrie residents facing impaired driving charge stemming from a strange incident that occurred Sunday. Around 9 p.m., the Ontario police say they received a traffic complaint call from a vehicle traveling eastbound on Highway 17. The driver told police they thought they were being followed by another vehicle.
What?
The driver was unable to provide their exact location and could only confirm their direction of travel.
Was this laced with anything?
No.
You get so high you snitch on yourself. That's one thing. That's pretty bad. You narc on yourself while you're still high and driving. But you tried to explain that you called in and said there's someone following you but couldn't explain, and you just imagined a car, or it was like you saw your own car. What was the explanation to that? How did your brain try to explain that to other people?
I don't know.
What? There's like I'll never get an answer, but I just don't get it. A 90 days license suspension was issued. You have to do more than that, though. You have to sit this guy down and try to help him figure things out with his life. He needs it badly.
Police officer spoke with the driver. They detected odor of freshly burnt cannabis. Police also said the driver showed signs of impairment and, quote, paranoid behavior.
Yes.
See,
that's paranoid.
Again, note that the problem here is not that they were smoking weed. They've legalized it in many places. It was that they were doing it while you're driving, which is a bad call. Just why it's like, okay, granted, you're probably only going to be driving like 10 miles an hour. But
especially with how paranoid this guy is, he thought someone was following him at 10 miles per hour too. Oh man,
somebody's
none of the allegations
me.
Have been tested in... Huh? Oh, can you describe them, sir? Can you describe the car?
Yeah, they're black and white. They've got blue and red flashing lights on top. Yes,
that's us, sir. You're talking to us on the phone right now. We would really like it if you pulled over, eh? We'll get you some Tim Hortons while we're at it, eh? Come on, just pull over. You're already going idle speed. It also says none of the allegations have been tested in courts. What?
Do they actually need to actually get in the car to chase this guy? Just walk down the street at brisk pace. You'll catch up to him.
Yes, you could actually do the walk and knock on the window while you're walking. It's like, come on, come on, pal. Come on. No, down, window down.
Next one's from Springfield, Missouri, and I want to point out this headline is very misleading. So fuck y'all for printing this headline this way, because while it is technically true, it is not in the way that let's just jump to the headline. Here it is. I'll give it to you.
Missouri native. I'll try to defend whatever I can.
ChatGPT cell data help arrest Springfield teen for MSU parking lot vandalism. Now you're thinking to yourself, wow, the artificial intelligence helped solve a crime. Not exactly. Wait for it. Springfield teen allegedly damaged 17 vehicles in a Missouri State University freshman parking lot. According to the online documents, Ryan Joseph Schaefer, charged with felony first-degree property damage. According to the probable cause statement, Schaefer entered an MSU parking lot at 2:49 a.m., remained there for over half an hour. While in the lot, Schaefer allegedly vandalized 17 vehicles, shattering windshields, ripping off windshield wipers and side mirrors, and denting hoods. There's not a total amount of estimated damage, but the statement lists a repair estimate of $2,478.60 for one Honda Accord damaged from the incident. So that car's been totaled. The Springfield Police Department shared photos, suspect to the MSU campus. Schaefer admitted to the witness that he smashed a windshield and he walked home. Officers later visited Schaefer's apartment on September 29th, questioned about the incident. Schaefer denied involvement. Police photos taken at the scene show shoe prints on several vehicles. They match the deceased shoes. Here's where we get to the ChatGPT part. Springfield police also later reviewed data from Schaefer's phone, which placed the phone near the parking lot at 2:49. Additionally, the statement also details a ChatGPT conversation recovered from his phone. In the chat, the user described damaging vehicles and asked ChatGPT if he could go to jail. The statement includes multiple excerpts which the user admitted to smashing cars, referenced MSU's parking lot, and made violent statements. ChatGPT urged the user to, quote, seek help.
Seek help. So,
it wasn't exactly that ChatGPT is a great investigation tool. It's just fucking idiots again. Incriminating their own damn selves.
He's permanently documenting his crime in real time through text. What a nerd. What a straight up nerd. Also, Springfield is a pretty decent sized college town in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So this kid, it says he was born in 2006. So he's not even 20.
Yeah. No, not even 20, which hurts, but yes.
Dumb kid in a college town smashing windows and cars. Like, this is what, like, people like boomers thought the kids that didn't graduate high school would be. The leather jacket wear, just vandalizing everything. This is the stereotypical bad kid in a college town in the middle of Southwest Missouri, which is not much.
I use this quote from The Wire way too often. Motherfucker, is you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy?
And asking advice. Yes.
I'm just
go back to the headline. ChatGPT cell data help arrest Springfield teen. Okay, he kind of gave it to you though.
Yeah, that's really stretching it. That's stretching it a lot there.
Did ChatGPT help write that? And ChatGPT said, "Oh, give us some credit too while you're at it." Come on now.
Next up, there are some people you just absolutely should not fucking rob. It's just not just because, you know, it's illegal and stealing is bad, but because, well, you don't rob the church, you don't rob the mafia, and you abso-fucking-lutely definitely do not rob the United States Armed Forces.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that was a thing, but okay.
Army civilian charged with stealing more than $500,000 from recreation programs. Army civilian accused of stealing more than $500,000 from Installation Management Command was arrested last week after purchasing a same-day flight to Paris following investigators' questioning of command leadership.
Lorette Lott, flying to France.
Lorette Lott, 55, worked for the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Chief of Banking, Investments, and Insurance for INCOM, which is headquartered at Joint Base San Antonio, Fort Sam, Houston. It also uses the last name Lenton. I think I said that right. He's charged with theft of government money or property and faces up to 10 years in prison. In his role in the Army, Lant had the ability to make electronic money transfers between bank accounts for various reasons. He launched his own company, Zurich Consulting LLC, which, motherfucker, that is a I'm going to commit crime name for a company if I have ever heard one in my life.
That's just, I'm glad he filed the LLC, by the way. I'm sure he filed that through Texas as well. Oh.
The following day, he moved $510,000 in 18 transfers from Army bank accounts to his business account. Army CID received information Thursday about the transactions. The Department of Homeland Security then alerted CID that Lant had purchased a flight out of Atlanta to Paris for that night. So you were stealing the money for the recreation, i.e. stress relief for the Army. And you took that money, and then you're like, you had no plan for what was going to happen if they caught you, because you're like, I started an LLC. They'll never find me. And then immediately when they did find it, you're like, oh, dip, I gotta get out of here. And you try to fly to Paris. Of all places.
Through Atlanta, by the way.
Through Atlanta.
Oh, man. How did he get caught? It was the perfect scam. $510,000. I feel like an email or a notification is going to pop up if that much is transferred. Maybe.
I don't know if people know this, but the Army, they're kind of like a franchise. They got they are global. They got bases everywhere. You go fly to France, that ain't far enough. You go to fly to like Guam, that sure the fuck ain't far enough. You go to fly to what, Paraguay? Tibet? That shit ain't far enough. They are everywhere. They are in more fucking places than Western Union.
You know where else they also have U.S. bases? France. They do.
France.
And guess where they fly? And guess where they fly into when they have to go to those bases? Paris.
Like, motherfucker, your only hope is to go someplace that does not exist at that point.
Yes. Northern Greenland, maybe.
You find like wherever that tribe that they're still cannibals that YouTube kid has been antagonizing, go there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have about even odds of surviving them as you would the fucking army.
Yes, you will.
Eclipse says you could defect to North Korea. That's actually not a terrible idea at this point.
I mean, with that much money, they might take it. They might want to take that money, but they'll give you something in return.
You'll fucking hang out with Putin and Snowden. Yeah,
that's true. I'm also just thinking too, if whether that LLC is real or not, and it's just a name to like transfer and wire the money, every wire transfer is easily viewed upon by the bank, by the army. They don't by the time the phone call was ended, they already know exactly how the money got there and what to do about it. They can also retract pretty quick with government approval.
All right, we've got one more.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay. 55. Go ahead. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. We have one more story this week, and I want to stress that this is another headline that is very fucking misleading from People of all places. But I want to stress, as you read this headline, understand this is not a tragic story. This is a fuck this kid story. So fuck them kids. This kid in particular. Florida teen made up an abduction story and shot himself. I want to stress, he's okay. When you find out shot himself is not in the context that you're thinking. Bad headline. Very bad headline. Sheriff claims 0 chance. No, he's anyway. Hayden Rex Spite.
Boy, 17. That is a Florida Southern name, by the way. That is this Florida Gen Alpha kid.
Kid had no chance.
No,
texted his mother that he had been shot and abducted by 4 Hispanic men. Always gotta make up a brown person.
Yes, 4 brown people, and also in Florida, where they're not exactly that kind of brown people.
Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods alleged Spite's claims proved to be, quote, completely made up. Criminal charges are not off the table. A Florida teenager who triggered a statewide Amber Alert after claiming to have been shot and abducted by 4 Hispanic men, fabricated the story and shot himself. Caden Rick Spite, 17, texted his mother that he needed help, had been shot, and was with 4 Hispanic men who were unknown to him, prompting the Amber Alert. He had been believed missing since Thursday, and his truck and cell phone appeared to be abandoned. But authorities now believe Spite made the whole story up and even shot himself as part of a ruse. Official details that Caden texted to his family were proven to be false, completely made up. We learned that he had purchased a bicycle, tent, and camping supplies just prior to reporting this.
This kid had a weekend. Man, oh man.
Did you
next paragraph? Go to the next paragraph, please. Just the next sentence.
Zachary Moore, a public information officer at the sheriff's office, tell people that Spite was seen on surveillance footage purchasing those items at a Walmart in Ocala. Kid. I shouldn't be surprised that a 17-year-old does not understand how to keep himself, to keep his story straight when trying to fake a kidnapping, but damn, are you really bad at it? Like, you didn't even Google this shit, did you?
No.
Like, this
is extreme pulling anything out of the air just to make it up so he doesn't get in trouble.
Wood said witnesses contradicted Spate's claims that he simply rode away while the public was left to think the worst, and while the sheriff's staff was, quote, working on overdrive to solve. See, that's the thing. You don't want to make the cops work hard. That's like their kryptonite. They will get mad. Continue the ruse. Cadence, who had a handgun with him since the beginning of all this, chose to shoot himself in the leg, causing a non-life-threatening injury, just prior to walking out of the roadway where he would be located by citizens of Williston. Sheriff said evidence has been recovered of a single gunshot where Spate left his truck. There is zero chance that Caden's gunshot wound came from any type of
I was just going to say, they can tell how the bullet goes in and how it gets shot. Every step you make has made things so much worse, kid.
These are like, all right, first, that the look on the sheriff's face just pretty much sums up everybody's feelings on this matter entirely, because damn, that is a perfect picture. And the look on the kid's face is, you want to punch that little boy. Now you shouldn't, because it's not illegal.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hit kids, especially you shouldn't hit kids. But if you were also a kid, it would be legal. If you were also a kid, you should punch this kid.
You just know the kids at high school with him, the other 17-year-olds, absolutely hated this kid. There's no way this kid was beloved by everyone at school. Not a chance.
Oh yeah, this guy knows the inside of every toilet in the freaking place, just swirly after swirly after swirly.
Oh.
Now I am especially pissed off that, oh yeah, I was abducted by 4 Hispanic men. Yeah, that's a great thing to tell the police at this particular time in American history.
Yes,
you
especially
little
one
shit.
of the states where that's a serious issue right now too, with how terrible it is. Also, he's a gunshot victim and he's smiling like that for his mugshot.
I don't think that's his mugshot. I think that's pretty. I don't think he's been booked yet. That's probably just like, I don't know, a yearbook picture or some shit.
Okay.
He ain't been booked yet. Ain't been booked yet. But he might.
Hayden Rex is. I can't. What would you tell people in jail? What would your lawyer, your court-appointed lawyer, how is he gonna get you out of that one?
It's probably also doesn't help that I believe the sheriff also appears to be Hispanic. So that probably didn't help things very much.
No.
Wood says criminal charges, quote, are not off the table. Detectives are also looking at the cost of the investigation, so Spate can possibly reimburse them for it. Oh, they are going to pad that bill.
Yeah.
They are going to pad that bill.
When I lived in Florida, the Amber Alert goes to every phone in the state. I was in Jacksonville. I could get a Amber Alert from someone in Miami 6 hours away because it's a statewide alert. Everyone in Florida got a text about Caden Rex. Caden Rex, the poor kid who got abducted by 4 Hispanic men from Ocala.
And you ain't going to forget that name either.
No, that's not a common name, thankfully.
How many Caden Rexes have you met in your life? Who names their child, gives their child the middle name of King? We named the dog Rex.
Yeah, that's a dog name. That's fine.
That's a dog name.
I hope the cop, when they finally booked him and put him in the back of the car, they did hit his head on the frame. It's like, oh, watch your head, Pop.
So yeah,
I don't know. Poor mom. Poor mom. I will say that. That mom that got that text and had to deal with that and then found out everything. Oh, Caden Rex, not again.
I'm not even like, I'm no fan of the police, but even I'm sitting there going, damn, you're making me have feels for the cops, kid. That is a lot. Yeah. The first thing we learned this week is, do not invent brown people to do crimes to you. It doesn't work out well.
We also learned, don't shoot yourself in the leg thinking that'll get you sympathy.
No. They can
also
tell.
They can tell. That's not even hard for them to tell either. They don't have to do forensics on that. They can just look and go, wait a minute. Also, we learned, don't name your kid Caden Rex. Yeah. That apparently needs to be taught.
We've learned, if you're going to steal from the army, maybe plan that shit out a little bit better than a same-day flight to Paris.
Almost got away with it. Dang it, how did those detectives find me?
We've learned, do not ask the plagiarism machine if you are going to go to jail, because the very fact that you're asking the plagiarism machine means your judgment's not very good to begin with. Don't do crime especially if you have to use ChatGPT.
Especially while you're running around doing the crime.
Yeah.
Like, phone in hand, smash. Hey, was that a bad? Did I do a bad ChatGPT?
We have learned that if you're starting to get a little paranoid when you're on the wacky tobacco, the police are not going to help you out of that situation. You just need to like make a Post-it note and put it like on the dashboard that says, do not call the cops.
Yeah.
Just keep that there for when you get really fucked up.
I admit, now that I'm thinking about it, I do want to meet the guy. I do want to ask him questions. I do want to know how all that had laid out. I need to know. Like, was there a dash cam? Did he have a dash cam that was recording? I want to know.
We've learned that nothing is solved by eating your own passport. I don't even know what the possible problem could be that could be solved by eating one's.
I don't know what happened to get to that. Yeah, something deranged happened on that flight. Was it Milan to London? Was that it?
It was like some Bronson Pinchot in the Langoliers shit.
Yeah.
Scaring the little girl. We finally, of course, we've learned that just because kids have terrible taste in music does not mean you can point guns at them.
Yeah. And of all places, too, the innocent little skating rink on a Saturday morning.
Like,
again, it's Kentucky. Of course, he brought a gun.
I feel pretty sure that at some point in all our lives, our parents have heard our music and wanted to point guns at us. They just don't do it because it's bad.
Yeah, even the smashing the speaker, even that one, I can at least see. I can at least get to where you got to that point. Don't point the gun at little Susie. Come on.
Although I want to point out a $1,500 speaker. Yeah, $1,500.
Oh, you think the roller ring's trying to get back at him? Trying to say, that was our stage.
Oh yeah, that was the neodymium with the hemp coil, and yeah, it was the high amp wattage, and it had
we just bought that from Guitar Center, I promise. Yeah.
Well, no, if they had bought it,
but yeah,
if they had bought it from Guitar Center, it would have cost $1,500.